Hey friends, welcome to Refuel. This can feel a little different. I want to have a conversation about the downward trend of technology. I've been doing some research on this, okay? And when you aren't using technology or anything that's been invented, that tends to develop strength. It requires effort, and it literally develops skill, and it practice and participation. In other words, when I have to do something myself, it builds strength, skill. It requires me to practice and participation, but I get stronger, okay? And then what happens is something gets invented, okay? For example, a guy one time was, human beings 2,000 years ago, they just walked. Then somebody saw a horse and went, if I can get on that horse, it's gonna require less strength, it's gonna less participation. The horse will do all the work and I can get there much faster. So people started riding horses. Then somebody invented a bicycle, same thing. Then somebody invented a car. And then somebody started adding technological advances to the car. Like in the early days, man, it was hard to steer, and then they invented power steering, so you can be weaker and drive a car. And then they invented a thing called a Tesla, which now, and then people used to have to make their own dinner. It required strength and participation. It required practice. It took some skill. It developed all this kind of stuff. Now you don't have to like make your own dinner. Call DoorDash. People used to actually have to physically go to a store and shop, get things on. It required strength and skill and practice. Then a practical store. It required participation. I actually had to go and get it. Now you just order the stuff. It's set on your doorway. In other words, and so what's happened is this. These characteristics, which are the essentials for a whole bunch of living a great life, strength and skill and practice, have been replaced by convenience, instant accessibility, automation, and ease. And so when Tesla comes out, it's like, okay, it's way more convenient, it's way accessible, everything's automated, and it's just easy, okay? Same thing, I don't, like providing dinner right now. I literally go on an app, it's delivered, it's convenience, accessibility, automation, and ease. In other words, every time some technological advancement happens, strength, skill, practice, and participation actually decrease, and convenience, accessibility, automation, ease increase. Now, I actually think that's great with groceries. It's great with dinner sometimes, and it's great driving on. It's great for a whole bunch of life. It's terrible way to build a life. It's a terrible way to build a marriage, and it's a terrible way to build a spiritual life and relationships and a church, okay? Because marriage and your faith in God and your spiritual growth doesn't, and so what's happened is this. COVID accelerated church and technology. And churches basically went, hey, you can be in your living room and we'll deliver everything right to you, which means it requires no strength, no skill, really no practice, turn on TV, and zero participation because I'm stuck in my living room, okay? Which means those things decrease, so I'm getting weaker and weaker and weaker. However, everybody these days, what do they want? Well, with their dinner or with shopping, they want automation and ease, and they want it to be convenient, where it's inconvenient to drive to church. Now, why is that devastating? Okay, and here's devastating. It's devastating for this reason. 1 Peter says, make every effort, okay? And we are trying to get rid of all effort, which is fine with food, but a disaster with spiritual growth, okay? And it's almost like this, I'll close with this, almost like this, okay? If I'm going, I need to lose a bunch of weight. I know I'm just going to watch CrossFit videos and I'll be in amazing shape. We all know that's not going to happen. The same thing is people's spiritual life. I need to get stronger spiritually. I'm just going to watch TV and a service on TV, okay? Folks, the Christians for thousands of years literally were like, it wasn't about convenience and it wasn't about ease. It was, let's build a stronger faith. Let's develop the skill of getting to know God. Let's practice our faith and be in full participation with the family of God. You can just tell this is a call to be a cross-cultural Christian when it comes to technology, not be shaped by this stuff. Use it when it's good for you. However, we've got to make every effort to strengthen our faith, because then you've got a vibrant faith and then you have a future. So thanks for listening. I know the pretty heady stuff. Rewind it and listen again if you want to take notes. God bless. Have a good day.